Hi, I'm pengusketch, and I procrastinated my refs, so come do some last minute art fight prep with me. I'm not gonna do a super long art fight explanation because I'm just gonna assume you know what it is already. And I really wanted to post this video like a month earlier, but because I procrastinated so bad, this is probably coming out when art fight starts, so just come draw your attacks along with this video. I wasn't gonna do much to my profile this year because I like what I had, and personally I like to keep my profile simple. But inspiration struck, and so I decided to redo the entire thing, while still keeping it pretty simple. I wanted to do a cute cafe themed profile like you're ordering my OCs off of a menu. I've been really enjoying light blue or like kind of teal with super bold reds recently. I feel like that color palette is so good, so this really suits my current taste. I came up with the idea and finished most of the graphics in the same day, and it was a lot of fun. I hand painted the lace for the first graphic for some reason. I was pulling from menus and magazines that I had already saved on Pinterest, and it was just super fun getting to do something non-figure related, especially because art fight, preparing for art fight, doing character sheet refs, and then art fight you're doing so many character illustrations. I feel like it is fun to do some non-figure related or like more graphic design work every once in a while. I would love to learn more about graphic design because I think it's super useful to any artist, especially if you want to do stuff like social media and like building up kind of a brand as a creator. So I definitely recommend trying to do it yourself. I mostly added the information I already had typed out into my profile on this little graphic. I tried to do some calligraphy for the title, just calling it my Pengu Cafe. Oh, but I definitely don't recommend doing graphic design work or anything of the sort in Clip Studio. The software is not built for that kind of work. But, an artist has gotta work with what they have. And for the guest check, like kind of receipt thing, I just wanted to do a little priority chain of attacks. Because I have dreams of grandeur and delusion, I really wanted to do a whole bunch of ref sheets and design a bunch of new OCs this year. But as per usual, I did just one. But I'm honestly not mad at all because the ref sheet I did manage to finish is for an OC that I've had the concept of for a really long time. So the character I'm drawing right now is Cammy, she, they, and I'm so happy with their design and ref sheet and how it came out. I think she's absolutely darling and I'm obsessed with her design. She's a 1920s inspired Cupid in training. They attend a mythical academy that trains to be cupids that are essentially the reason why people fall in love on Earth. She's super mischievous and fun-loving as a character, and they're always pulling pranks on people. So I feel like there's a lot of fun things to potentially draw them doing. They're the protagonists of my non-existent story called Damn Cupid. I feel like it's been years since I've done a proper ref sheet like this, so it was definitely a bit of a struggle. I think the last time I did something like this was maybe 2022 for my first art fight. Like, no one talks about how difficult it is drawing the same character in the same style more than once and trying to kind of be on model for a ref sheet. I don't know how animators and concept artists do it. I kind of didn't have a super finalized idea of the details for her design, just the overall concept. So I was doing a bit of ideation while I was doing the ref sheet, and I think it really helped. I initially wanted to do some expression like doodles or like drawings on the side for her, just to show more of her personality, but I realized I just didn't have the time for it or the energy, and so I think I might have to do that another time. But I think the poses really represent her personality and are just so cute. She's so cute. I also really love the design of this ref sheet itself. Like, I did the little graphics and the sparkles or the stars on the side. I just love something simple but just a bit stylish. Something simple but stylish. And I think that also kind of is reflected in my design. I tend to do more simple, more a little realistic, like, the hair and clothing is pulled like from real life. So I really want to try maybe having some more fantastical character designs for next year, but it is kind of what I'm used to. And although she is an angel or like a cupid, I feel like there aren't many motifs of that or like signs of that in her design. So I think there's always room for a character design to change and grow, especially if it's like an OC. So I think I'll definitely like have to keep working on her design and like figuring out how to add more of those cupid and angel elements in her design, as well as hopefully designing some of the characters I had in mind that are also in the story. I was really struggling with drawing their face at times. I felt like it was like a bit more Disneyified than I wanted, but like not simplified enough, or sometimes too realistic. I feel like I'm very picky about these details. And I'm not in love with how the second pose came out. But I think the ref sheet is doing everything it needs to, just like having just enough information for people to draw her. And I hope people do. I hope she gets some attacks because, she is like definitely my favorite currently of my OCs because she's just so cute. They're so adorable. Their original concept and initial idea has changed so much throughout the years I've had this concept. Maybe I think since 2022, maybe even 2021. So it's so satisfying kind of to see a result finally of all these ideas. Here's the final result. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I think she looks adorable. I love the color palette. I love the design of the ref sheet itself, and I think it really matches my profile this year. This is Cami. Say hi to Cami on our fight, please. And here's how the profile looks currently, with all the new graphics up and hopefully sized properly. Please check it out and tell me if anything looks wonky. It's my 4th year doing art fight this year, so I have a pretty good system down now for how I plan my attacks and the overall month that is art fight. I love to use PureRef to collect all the OCs I plan on attacking beforehand with the profile links in, so just in case the site crashes when it starts. I don't remember it crashing last year though. I like to put more characters than I actually will probably get to attack, just so I have more options of what I want to draw. I feel like I don't really have many characters set in stone because I always like to change my mind. And if you see your character here, say hi in the comments. For the OCs I know I really want to attack though, I make an entirely separate ref board of what I have in mind for their attack, like how I would do for any other illustration. I include the ref sheet, the bio, the username, along with photo reference and inspiration from Pinterest for the attack. And finally, what I like to do for prep is just to set some personal goals for the event. This year, I really am pushing myself for fun, and I want to do 1 attack per day. While I know I can paint and finish an illustration in a day, for example this one that I did in 1 day, doing it for 31 days is truly an extremely physically and mentally daunting undertaking of a task. My second goal that I wanted to was to make attacks every color of the rainbow. This one's just for fun, maybe, a little bit of a nod to Pride Month, the month before. There are definitely some colors I tend to gravitate towards in my illustrations, and I want to just, try some new fun color palettes and just explore with my art. And the last goal I had in mind was to make a new friend. I'd love to make a new art friend, or maybe just a mutual that I can chat with and be more active in the art community, And I think art fight is honestly the perfect opportunity for that. So this is it. Thank you for watching my first video. I've been wanting to do YouTube for a hot minute, so I'm super happy I managed to do even this one simple video. If you like my art and you want to see more, please subscribe, because I definitely plan on doing some more videos after this, especially, or hopefully, an art fight recap video, because I have a feeling this year will be intense with 3 teams. If you have any videos you want to see from me, please leave a comment down below, and I'll have my art fight linked in the description. Bye!